It's an altar, or you might call it a chuppah.
Tell me, what color is the sky in your world?
He my big daddy.
Please, God, take me now.
Podcasting from beautiful South Minneapolis, coming to you from the Alive and Social Network. In Studio C, we are Not So Kosher, and we are live. And on the show tonight, we have a very special guest from the wonder years of local television, Miss Sadie Schnitzengiggle and her posse Moose and Bull. We are your hosts, Bexy and Bobby, along with the Grant. So please welcome her with open ears. It's Bexy, everybody. Hey! What's up, Baxter?
Bobby. How's the Bobby today?
How you doing?
Hey, we have some fun stuff cooking on the Barbie tonight. Don't we?
The Barbie.
You're smoking. You're smoking. We got kvetch. Because you really want to fucking kvetch about stuff.
I do.
I kind of wanted to bitch about some things, too, which I'm excited about doing. And we have a fabulous guest. Yes, you said it. We are so lucky to have Miss Sadie Schnitzengiggle and her posse, Moose and Bull. Oh, my God. So excited about that. Can't wait. We got a party game tonight. Jeopardy. So excited. Juicy news, some local news, and we got kosher and not so kosher. Don't forget to check us out on notsokosher.net for all the information from today's show. I'll list that there because Bobby's always so interested in all the information. He goes right there looking for all the websites he can go to and how much he has to pay for things and gets very excited. So go to our also notsokosher.net, check out the big black button, and you can hear all our episodes. Follow, like, and share us on Facebook. Check us out on Spreaker and aliveandsocial.com. And don't forget, you can go to Cecil's Deli, 651 South Cleveland, St. Paul. That is the beautiful Highland Park.
Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? A
Yeah.
shameless plug. I love it.
Yeah, I know.
Komentashen.
Komentashen 6.
What do you call
You
two
buy
gay
6.
pastries? Komentashen.
Wow, that was good.
I don't even know where that came
That
from.
was really good, though,
Thank you. I'll
Bobby.
be here
There
all
you
night.
are, right on the split second. You got it. Buy 6 of them, you get one for free. All you have to do is tell them, not so kosher, and they'll give you a free one.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, Bobby, how we feeling? How we doing?
I'm feeling with my hands, which is a good thing.
That is.
I feel like we have a great show tonight. Super stoked. We have kind of a full house, which is really fun. And I'm not talking about the Olsen twins, but we do have Sadie and her posse. We'll get to them in a little bit. We've got the Grantster. Grant, good to see you, man. He's running the board, everybody. Tonight he's super focused. He's locked in. He's super excited about the Timberwolves, who won last night. Game of one.
Good for you.
Right? Love that. Your Timberwolves 1-0, coming off a very sad weekend. If we can just quickly, for a moment, Flip Saunders passed away, battling cancer. So last night they wore commemorative shirts. I feel like they played their guts out for him.
They did.
Great
I saw
guy.
that.
Extremely great guy. And then yesterday, Jerry Kill, the Gophers football coach, resigned due to health issues. So it's been a really sort of somber week in sports. But however, everybody's going to turn it around. Happy to be here. Thank you, everybody, for listening to Not So Kosher. Bex, what do you got?
Do you want to hear some of my shit this week?
Hell yeah.
Okay. I got some kind of funny stuff. So this is hysterical. This is about my mother. So my mother had never done Uber before. Okay. Okay. So I show her the whole app thing. We're stressing because we're not getting internet. It was really weird because we were obviously in a spot where there wasn't a tower. And we finally get somebody. First guy says he's not coming. He bagged us a minute into it. Okay, we got a flight to catch. So we found another one, and I said, "Oh, look, it's a girl." Well, no, it wasn't. It was this very nice looking Japanese gentleman, Tibetan guy, was very cool with a ponytail. But in the picture, I thought it was a girl. So I said, "Oh, we'll be safe." But he was so cute. And of course, he was driving a little Kia. It was cute. But it was hysterical. My mom gets in and she goes, "You need to go that way." No. You're going the wrong way. Go that way. I'm like, shut up. I'm following him on the little screen. You know how you can kind of follow him? And then he is clearly using Waze. Well, you don't get anything better than the Israeli Waze, you know.
Right.
It was hysterical. So she kept doing that, and she kept wanting to tell me he was going the wrong way. But I'm trying to explain to her that the reason they go that way is because, you know, there's all the red on the map and blah, blah, blah. So we get there, and I have to, like, scold the fuck out of her and say, you don't ever do that to these people. They're very nice. They're doing this for fun. It was very funny. Was that a great party this weekend? Yes, in New York City. Showed up at this, like, somehow I got to go to some party in Chelsea. It was nuts.
Okay, that's cool.
It was crazy.
When you say that, it's like I spent the weekend in the Hamptons, but you're like, I was in Chelsea
I
at
was
a
in
party.
Chel-
It's the same thing.
Yeah, I
Fucking
see somebody was on, of course, the beauty of social media. I noticed somebody I knew, Adam Levy, had a cute little picture.
Oh, good for you.
A cute little picture of his daughter at Katz's Deli, and I was like, dude, I'm in New York. Like, he's like, party in an hour. I'm playing at Michael Simon's. And I was like, wow, like, must be from St. Paul. Of course, all these people all like were the age of my brother and sister. It was crazy. So here we were, ukulele, guitar, and I'm buying CDs and I'm buying T-shirts. It was awesome. Great time. Bantam bagels. I don't know if anybody saw. I was like, that was so cool. I don't know if anybody has tried those before, but I want to live off them. They're awesome. They're like,
what is it?
They're
What-
like a
tell us about
bagel. They're like a bagel ball, like the center of the bagel. Okay,
Was
they're a
it-
little smaller than a regular
Did you
testicle
post
ball.
a picture of it?
I did.
And it looks like a White Castle bagel. Is what it's like a little squarish.
Yeah, and one was like an everything, and then so they have like 3 different kinds. Like they had a French toast one, and like, and you bite on the inside, and it's got like fattening, like it's like maple syrup and like whipped cream. Oh God, I don't know.
God.
They were crazy. And then someone sent me a message and said, oh, they were on Shark Tank, and I was like, oh my God, it was so cool. It was so cool. Anyways, some funny shit. But what about you?
I went to a classy place. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. The CC Club in South Minneapolis. It's like the biggest dive bar there is, but it's really cool. A lot of history. A lot of famous local musicians have hung out there. But I think the highlight for me had to have been going to Mystic Lake with some... I got to tell you a funny story.
What? You said that's some what? Some what?
Some family members. Because my cousin, who may or may not have a little slot machine addiction, every time she comes in, she's like, we got to go to Mystic Lake. And I would rather put a rusty nail in my eye than ever go to Mystic Lake. And it was a school night, too.
Yeah, you had to run off.
I
That's
did.
Right.
I had to run off, and
Yeah.
I don't like to go out of
Late.
my... Yes, and I'm structured a little bit. If I have to miss reality
just
TV,
a
if I miss ESPN, I'm off my game. But we went, and here's what I love. It was a weeknight, and the dealers... This is the first thing I noticed about... They're a little bit behind the times. The dealers are wearing these shirts that look like... Sort of like... Well, I wrote this down so I can say this.
From like Kmart?
This is the best
Really?
part. It totally like Kmart.
Yeah.
It's like the Lion King Family Resort Diner Club jackets that they're wearing. It was horrible. They have no personality. You guys ever go to Mystic Lake? No, never. Mystic Lake, meaning Mistake Lake.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
It's like going in there,
Moose
and
has
it's
been
not
there.
a smoke-free establishment. You go in there, and you pretty much feel like you've been smoking your whole life. But it was pretty fun. I
Wait
played
a
some
second.
21.
It's
Yeah.
still not?
It's on, yeah. It's
You need a mic, Grant.
smoking. Come on in, baby.
I don't like that. Oh, you can.
We're sharing that mic.
I
right
like
now.
that. Share
And
that
I know what
ball.
you had for lunch. Smell that. Oh, my God. Hot. Come
Sorry,
here.
I interrupted you. I'm
No,
so
it's
sorry.
okay. So anyway, we ended up playing some cards. I did well at the table. I actually won a hunch, and it was really fun. Then I took my cousin and myself.
Is a hunch 100?
$100.
Sorry, I'm really don't
And
know
we
the
blew
lingo.
25 of it at the White Castle at 12:30. Because that's
Okay,
what you do.
Bobby.
I know, right? That's
Really?
why I went to Methodist Hospital the
Yeah,
next
I was
morning.
going to say 52.
Paddles. Okay, it all worked out. So anyway, that was my week. Have a good week. It's
That's good.
It's good to be here. How's everybody?
You know, I just kind of feel like we should, just bring Sadie and Moose and Bull on because, guys, we're just really glad you're here, and we just want you to kind of be a part of, listening to Bobby and I kind of like ask ourselves some personal questions, But as long as for your dining experience or beverage dining experience, I've made you a mitzvah magic drink.
Is that what
So
that
please
is?
enjoy in your little cups. Did you drink it all already, Bull?
Let me explain. We have little red Solo Cup shots, which is really cute.
Aren't they cute?
Okay, I'm gonna.
Well, because they're super strong. So
I'm gonna look around and see who's getting sick.
I'm going to tell you, if you remember the bar and bat mitzvah drinks when you had to make all that fucking shit that you'd mix together, right? Of food and whatever beverages you could find on the table. This is an adult form of it. So you're drinking a little Yag, a little cinnamon schnapps, and a little creme de royale. Some expensive shit with an ice cube to mellow it down a little bit.
Is this a good idea before we start?
And looks like Bull's sucking a little hard on that ice cube.
Ladies and gentlemen, for
Nice.
you listening at home, that tastes just like snail trail. And I want some more. Wow.
It's delicious.
So good.
Holy,
Snail, that was nasty.
holy fail. But actually, you look good.
Look at me. I got it going on in my little mug.
I like it. I'm the only one
Kinda
that likes
good,
it.
isn't it?
It's like Robitussin for Jews.
Yeah. and it's, you know what? I'll tell you what, Sadie, what you're digging about it is you're digging that little cream, like, it's kind of like a eccentric Bailey's is what it is.
Oh, it's
this
awesome.
cream
Actually, it's
royale
not bad.
shit. Someone bought it for me. I don't know where that
L'chaim,
came.
by the way.
L'chaim.
This
Okay.
ice cube looks like a penis.
Oh, I know. That's why Bull was sucking on it. I don't know why. Bull, honey, take it easy.
Mama!
Now it's a party.
Oh my gosh. Just, can you just I think we should move the mic over to Grant. I have a question for you because, Grant, I always feel like you just feel left out over there in the corner, just moving those little sticks around and whatever the hell's going on over there.
Story of my life. It's okay.
I know, but you're pretty sexy sitting there in your, as Bull said, in your G-strings tonight.
Thank you, Bull. I
Bull,
appreciate that.
you're hot. I'd really, if you had one favorite food in the whole wide world, what would that be?
This is going to be lame, but I always tell the same. It's sandwiches. I love
Sandwiches. I really, just give me a sandwich. I really want one.
And on that note, Thurman Merman is one of my favorite characters of all time from Bad Santa, and his line is, "I'm now looking for it, failing to find it, but yeah, fix me some sandwiches.
I love it.
Can
I
fix me
get some sandwiches?"
Yeah. So I love sandwiches, or like a hearty, pot roast with mashed potatoes and gravy. That's my...
Wow, they were serving that last night, Bull, over at the tavern. What is that?
I think it was a Sadie sandwich. Moose and I and Sadie were making the sandwich going down.
Yeah, but they had a little special, $7.99 at Park Tavern.
I don't
last
think she was
night.
that expensive.
Bowling.
She was much cheaper than $7.99.
Who was that dude next
I
to
was
me?
free.
There was that dude next to me that sat down to eat that. And I'm like, dude, he was a big boy. And I was like, you should not be eating that. It was like tasty bread with, what was that? Like a slab of beef? Oh, and then mashed potatoes and gravy over it all. I'm like, honey, you should really not be eating that. It was terrible.
Fix you some sandwiches?
Oh, I love it. You got it. Oh my God. You
About
love
an hour
that.
late, but I
oh
got
my
it.
God. I
Yeah.
love that though.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorite ones. And he doesn't stop. It's so cute. But so in your sandwiches, what's your favorite in your sandwiches?
I'm a mustard guy. Love mustard.
So a mustard
yellow
sandwich?
Mustard. Yeah, yellow mustard with good
Tasty.
ham, turkey, lettuce, tomato, cheese.
Not so kosher.
Yeah, probably not so kosher, but I'm a Gentile, so it's...
I like that. Do you like paper plates or plastic plates or glass plates?
I'm a paper plate guy.
Are
'cause
you?
It just doesn't. It's a
Like
lot
just-
easier for dishes. And
like-
for a sandwich, there's no need to
I'm
dirty up.
drunk.
Yeah. Sadie. Can't break them.
So did your mother feed you on paper plates?
No. This is just me and my lazy.
Got it,
30
got it,
single male trying to
Perfect.
not do dishes.
Got it.
Yeah.
And just out of curiosity, what do you enjoy as a beverage with that sandwich?
With my sandwich,
Yeah.
I'm usually a Diet Coke kind of guy or a glass of milk. I'm not a beer drinker.
Whoa.
But yeah.
Again, Bobby, not so kosher. Yeah, I know. Bobby doesn't have a mic in his
Mic's
mouth
not-
right now,
Oh
so.
my God, I felt like I was in Egypt for 5 seconds.
Okay. All right. So moving on. If anybody wants to check out our text line, 651-398-7778, and tweet us at Not So Kosher. Come
Guys,
on.
definitely give
Give
us
us some heat, man. Give us some
need
heat.
questions. We thrive on it.
So let's move into our kvetch. And I slashed it this weekend to bitching because, a lot of my kvetching is bitching, So I one of the things I do want to complain about, kvetch about, is Carbonis only has sugar. Did you know that? No. So when I want have a little iced tea, which is quite good there because they brew it themselves. I really prefer a little sweetener, not sugar, because I got to put too much sugar in there then. That's one of my confessions.
Carbone's Pizza you're speaking of.
Yeah.
Okay, and they don't have the pink or the blue. They just have regular
yellow.
Sugar.
Just white.
And I'm guessing they're not going to be a sponsor of ours.
No, probably not. But Bobby wants to coax in some sponsors.
I do, and we'll talk about that.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay, order, man, order. Okay, I got a funny fetch. So Big Daddy and I were taking a tree down. Well, I was trying to take parts of the tree down, and I was going on way up on the ladder, and he's like, "You really should." And I'm telling him, crank up my chainsaw and then hand it to me. And he's like, "You're not supposed to use a chainsaw above your head on a ladder." Like I was really high up there. And oh, okay, yeah, but I couldn't dance up there is the problem. So I get up there, and the fucking chainsaw would die before we'd even, like, he had to pass it to me, and it would die. So then I'm like, you should have seen what I was doing. I was like taking a handsaw and hand sawing the pieces, and then I was like taking rope and pulling it from the bottom, trying to get it done, because Big Daddy's too cheap to get a tree service. Right? Stupid. So instead, he's going to take me, who has a fake hip, and he's going to wait until I fall down and crack the shit out of that titanium, or crack it in the other one. Anyways, that was one of my...
Tree service is a scam. Tree service, that's a lot of dough.
Well, it is, but it's
a lot of work, though. Have you ever removed a stump? Oh my God!
No, I'd skip the stump.
This was not a stump.
Yeah, that's what the hardest part. And really tall trees too. So it's kind of worth the dollar. If you're dealing with a big tree in some dangerous situations. But I see where you're coming from. It is expensive.
I can handle any stump.
She
does.
Sadie, you're hot.
She does, but it's
I was just gonna say the girth on it was probably, I don't know, maybe about 6 inches. No, maybe like 12. Like Big Daddy's. More like Big Daddy's is like a 12.
That's why they call him Girth Brooks.
Damn, Bobby! You are so funny. You make me laugh.
We'll be here for another
and I have
hour.
one more thing I want to fetch about. Just this is a shout out to Iris and Ari Seth Cohn in NYC. Guys, tweeted, really wanted to have lunch with you, and you guys are busy. It must have been because it was the Sabbath and you couldn't do that. But that's all right. And Andrew Zimmern, I tweeted you. I needed to know where to go have dinner on the Upper West Side. I ended up at Land, which was an okay Thai food place, but there was more sugar in that food than I thought it was going to be sick. Between the cocktail and the food, it was too much sugar. All right, I'm sorry, I'm done fetching. Do you want to
If we could get him on the show, we'd be legit, right?
Andrew Zimmer or
Andrew Zimmer.
Our Seth Cohn?
Well, either at this point.
Well, Andrew doesn't like me, so I've
so-
tried. And I've had a crush on him since the guy moved here. And he just really doesn't know who I am.
He's kind of a cool guy.
He is?
He's kind of a cool
Yeah.
guy.
Well, I suppose if he was my friend, he'd be a cool guy. But anyways, okay. So did you have anything you have to bitch about?
I have nothing to bitch about. Only good things. I think we should take a break. Do you?
Okay.
I don't
Whatever
know.
you say, Big Bobby.
I don't know. Let's talk
Ooh,
about
now you've
let's-
moved into the Big Bobby. It's supposed to be Fun Bobby. Excuse
I know,
me.
like
That's Big Daddy.
Now Big Daddy's going to be Fun Daddy.
Yeah.
Right. And now I'm going to be Big Bobby.
No. I want you to be Fun Bobby.
Okay, cool. We're going to talk about a really cool show, and you happen to sort of have something to do with it. We're talking about Bex Unleashed.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Trebek, I wouldn't miss it for the world. You big pushy. I've always wanted to do that impression, by the way.
It was good.
So anyway, Bex Unleashed is one of the really cool shows you could actually tune into. I think you have a new show coming up. We're going to talk about that. You are really funny, by the way. You highlight entrepreneurs. You like to talk to people who have something going on in the Twin Cities. Highlight them on your show. So tell us a little bit about it and what you have going on.
I do. And this week I have this fabulous guest that was so nice to dress some ladies and do a little Bex Unleashed video for me. And this is Marina, and she's in St. Paul. I can never pronounce her business, but it's Atelier.
Is Marina Russian or no?
She's Russian, but her clothes are like French. And it's at 957 Grand Avenue. And the outfit, I mean, it's a little steeper. It's for the fine dressing women, but it's badass.
Oh, is it like a boutique on Grand?
It's amazing. Yeah,
How cool is that?
And so we did a great little interview, and you can see the cute little outfits. And then on Saturday night, you can come and see. She's going to have a big fashion show at the St. Paul JCC at 7:30.
And where can people find Bex Unleashed?
Oh, yeah, sorry. And Bex Unleashed is BexUnleashed.com.
Awesome.
And Facebook. I got it off on a tangent there. I get so excited.
I like
about
when you get
things.
off.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I know, right?
It's kinda
right.
cute.
I got another really good one coming up next week too. Rebecca
Perfect.
Keener book's coming out.
Check it out, Bex Unleashed, and we are now back to our show, Not So Kosher, on Alive and Social Network. This is really fun, you guys. This is going to be an epic show, I think, although everyone's checking their pulse. I don't know why.
So I got a little text on my iWatch.
We got a text?
We did,
Do
yeah.
Do we have a sound effect
Yeah,
for a text?
so they want to know if there's a lot of cleavage. I don't know if that probably meant in the fashion show. Well, these outfits are not really that much cleavage. There isn't any, and I don't have any, so that's not going to work. So
That's okay. You can check out the funny TV show, Leave It to Cleavage, and you can get all the beaver you want.
And then there was one more question on that, if there was any backless chaps that they were going to be showing. This is not the kind of show that Marina has. She has very professional clothing.
I saw
Beautiful.
a clip of it. It looked really cool.
Yeah,
by the
it's
way.
really beautiful.
All right, super cool. All right, let's go on.
Okay, sounds good. So Bobby, would you like to tell a little bit about our
How about getting to know us?
I forgot.
You want to
do
do that?
talk to me?
You talk to me, and I'll talk to you.
Okay, let's do that. I'm sorry. It was like going on. I got a little ahead of myself. I'm sorry.
I think it's the mitzvah magic.
It's the mitzvah.
It's easy for you to
it's
say.
It's the mitzvah magic.
Oh, my God.
What color is the sky in your world?
It's black. I can see it's black. Okay. Bobby.
Sure, that's me.
What is your earliest memory?
You mean
as
today?
A child? No, I'm going back to childhood because we remember more of childhood than we do as adults.
Coming out of my mom's sort of room with a view? Or I got a story for you. I got a really good story.
Okay.
As a child, and this is true, this is a true story, I used to go to Dayton's department store with my mom and my aunt and my first cousin.
Nicollet Mall? Southdale?
Probably Southdale.
Yeah.
I had a little thing about looking under the women's dressing stalls. I used to get in trouble because I had a thing.
No way.
I do. I had a thing for white. Okay, this is maybe for another story.
Why?
I don't know if I'm able to do this right now, but I keep hearing. I think we're getting a lot of texts.
Yeah, we're getting a lot.
This is like interesting because nobody ever texts us. All of a sudden, we're like, okay, I'm hearing my heartbeat. Listen to that.
No, that was.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry,
Okay,
I'm reading.
Do you have a text? You
I'm
wanna read?
listening. No, somebody asked if I shoplift at the store. I
gonna-
wish I just.
Do you have sticky fingers?
No, it's terrible.
Earliest
Sorry.
memory I have is I was looking underneath one of the stalls, and an attendant came and picked me up by my ear and said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I swear to God, this is a true story." And I said, "I think my mom's in there." And I hear my mom from down there going, no, Bobby, wee, son of a bitch, son of a bitch. So anyway.
Oh my God.
Well, that answers your question, hopefully.
That was your earliest memory?
What
That's
age?
my 7, for sure.
You don't remember anything before 7?
I was
Wow,
dropped
really?
a lot. I remember
Oh.
I grew up in Highland, and I remember falling down the stairs a lot for whatever reason. Yeah, so I think this show is out of control right now, but keep going, keep asking.
Okay, what's your favorite pastime activity?
Kickball, for sure.
Not
Kickball.
as a child, as an adult.
That was like 20 weeks ago.
Or is that oh, all
Are
right,
you
that's
talking
good.
about like from my youth?
No, I meant now, but kickball can be, that's hot. Actually, I'm going to join a kickball team next summer.
If I want to play.
Oh my
I
God,
swear.
Bobby, the Bexy and Bobby Not So Kosher team will have our own
Ballers.
T-shirts.
The ballers.
Kosher ballers. Grant's got it. That was Grant. Kosher ballers.
I like it. I'll play for
We're
sure.
doing that. We're playing. I know how to hook us up on a team.
I'm pretty good athlete when it comes to kickball. I can play.
Oh my God, Sadie
mad
Moose
skills.
and
I'm
Buller.
good with balls.
Okay.
I want to be on that team.
We're doing that. We're doing that. Did you have any artistic abilities as a young lad?
I learned to play the drums when I was 5 years old, and I remember that I'll play spoons anywhere. Like, I'll go up on stage and I'll play the spoons with any band.
What about on the corner with a cardboard? Like sign or
That's
something?
weird. That's pretty weird. I do. I was also a child actor.
Oh, what?
Perhaps you
For
remember
what? Like Like where?
I was in
like in the school play.
USY, a couple of plays.
I was in school.
I was mayor of Dog Patch in Little Abner.
No.
Are you
yeah,
kidding me?
that's
No,
right.
I'm pretty proud of
That's
that.
right.
I was Mayor Munchkin. That was
Mayor.
a big.
Well, you look like but you weren't bald back then.
My favorite thing was looking up Susie Siegel's dress because I was on my knees.
You in this? Wow,
whatever.
you and looking up people's dresses.
I
It's
like
good
to
thing
look
you
up
were
addresses
short.
because I always like to mail people, but I never knew what their address was. Okay, that'll come.
Wow, cha-ching.
Thank you. Wow. Okay,
Wow.
so
Well, I have one more question.
Yeah, please.
What kind of socks do you wear? Short, tall, or bobby socks? And do you wear different kinds in the summer and winter?
Bobby socks, get it?
Really?
That's pretty funny.
Oh my God, I didn't even think of that.
Because I am a sock model, and you know that.
I knew
used to be
it.
a sock model.
I know.
I was a pretty big deal in
Yeah.
Europe.
Until
the accident.
In Iran, you were.
I did run for my life. I did.
Bobby, oh my God.
Not bad. Okay, we're getting some more texts, right?
Yeah, but it's kind of off. It's going.
I think we have somebody who's inappropriately texting.
It's pretty getting inappropriate.
All right. Well, I have some questions for you.
Oh my God, it's terrible. Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, so these are pretty legit. So Bex, what's your favorite go-to meal to make for the family? What do you love to make?
The favorite thing is these
Oh my God.
recipes. They're right. Wild rice tacos, I think, and I don't know. I got it at the State Fair in the wild rice department, and that used to be the family's all-time favorite. I had a little sauce that I had to put on that, the Szechuan sauce.
I'm sorry, how do you say that again? Was that special sauce? Oh God Almighty! Are we praying?
Bull?
Okay,
bull, not that kind of sauce. Bull. Put your hands down. All
Okay.
right. So it was the sauce that you poured on, and it was the sauce that made it. And I had to actually search all over, and I ended up having to purchase a case of it, and then I keep it as a backup because I like to keep backups.
Who was your favorite, or who is your favorite relative, and why?
That would be Cecil.
There's really a Cecil.
Yeah, that would be my grandfather.
Okay, that's epic. So tell us about that. Cecil's in St. Paul. There was a real Cecil.
Yeah, there was.
We're Minneapolis. We're like, well, there wasn't a Lincoln Dell. There wasn't like a Dell. There was
Lincoln Dell.
All right, there was no Lincoln Dell.
Oh, okay.
But Cecil was your grandfather.
Cecil was my grandfather.
And he was your favorite relative.
He was one of my favorite. I have a lot of favorites, and living ones are almost all of my favorites. But he was yeah.
What celebrity do people say you most resemble?
Little Dicky.
That depends.
The other one they always say is Mickey Avalon too. I'm a little chubbier than him, but I'm pretty close.
I have a serious question.
Okay.
Let's keep it real.
Okay. Why?
What ex-friend from your past do you wish was still pretty prominent in your life today?
Oh, I wish was prominent in my life?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I think I sadly have to pass on that because I can't think.
Okay.
I know who it is, but I can't.
That's pretty personal.
Yeah, it's personal. I can't.
Okay.
say it.
Will you write it down and we'll tell everybody later?
Yeah. For sure.
Okay. So I'll just ask a couple more because I don't want this to
Okay.
get super personal, but I wanted it to be more fun. So here's
I
a
need
good
a
one.
little drink.
Here's a good one. If you could play any instrument, what would you play and where would you like to touch it? I mean, play with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The sliding trombone.
Oy vey's mir. Not so kosher.
I put my mouth on it and slide it back and forth. It makes a lot of great noises.
And that concludes getting to know us. And don't worry, there will not be a quiz on this. But here's one thing I do want to know. Next week, we're going to ask Grant to just include him. Grant, if you're listening. We'd like to know.
He's listening. He's
we'd
listening.
like to know if you had any favorite Boy Scout fantasy story you wanted to share with us.
I don't have a fantasy. I was in Boy Scouts for 2 weeks. They handed me a bar of soap and told me to carve some sort of duck out of it. I looked at my dad and I'm like, this is ridiculous. One and done, out. So my fantasies were really weird, but yeah, they asked me to carve something out of soap. I do that with myself all the time. I don't need to do that at Boy Scouts.
Oh my God.
check, please.
Oh my God, that's great. That's great.
Thank you, everybody. That's this week's Getting to Know You.
Thank you.
Sponsored by Manischewitz.
Manischewitz.
Anyway, next week, if you want, please do text us 651-398-7778.
You know, I did have one more. I got a text.
You have another test?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you going to be for Halloween? Something super slutty.
You?
I think that was to you, actually. It said Bobby.
I kind of want to be Drad Bolson. Because that motherfucker is pretty cool.
I know, right?
With his...
I thought you were going to say Wonder Woman.
No, thank you.
With cleavage.
What are you saying?
Chaps. Okay.
That was a great show
Moving
last
on.
week, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on the show. Yeah, moving on. So that was really cool. Thank you.
Sorry.
All right. So what else we got?
Well, I think we got, we got Sadie coming up with her little posse of moose and
Should we go to that right now?
Absolutely. Let's do it, man.
You guys, this is really cool. We have somebody from back in the day, prominent reporter back in the Twin Cities. She was featured on Twin Cities at 5 p.m. Mag and won an Emmy for her work on the Melvin Jazz Show. I remember watching with my mom. We loved your segment. So this is quite an honor. I got to tell you, this is for real. You were The Biggest Loser a few years ago, and I don't mean the contestant on the NBC award-winning show. I mean, really, you had a weird life, and you made such a huge comeback, and we're going to talk about that. You had some misfortune, but today you've made such an amazing journey. Tell us about that journey, and tell us about the days on Melvin's show.
Oh, wow. Well, first of all, thank you for having me here. Love your show, you know. I don't know what's happening. It's been a long journey. Well, regarding Melv, I have to tell you, the weirdest thing is what sticks in my mind is sort of craft service. All we had was Shasta and carrots.
Shasta?
I mean, there was a little cheapness happening there.
And do you remember Pop Shop, Shop Pop? When you used to be able to create your own crate of pop, it was Pop Shop.
Wait a second. I thought that was new.
Pop Shop?
Yeah,
no,
I
back
just
in the
saw
day.
that.
No, this is like Shasta. Okay, that's crazy. Keep
Really?
going. Sorry, yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
So that
Carrot sticks and
for some
Shasta.
reason that sort of is what stands out in my experience in that day. But he was a great guy, and it was a good time for me.
Your segments were on household tips and how to fix things up on a shoestring budget. Do you remember when you showed up and you showed us how to build a pool table out of cardboard?
Oh, God, that was one of my best shows, actually.
How did you do that?
No.
That was, I do have to tell you, though, I've always loved pool. And, sometimes you just don't have room for a pool table. But so if you just go ahead and, make one that you can sort of collapse. I don't know why you're laughing. Help me out.
Sorry.
I need some more snail trail for sure.
Oh my God.
Because you're so convincing and you're so like, I mean, I can just remember when you played with your pocket pool, you did a lot of stuff. It's like crazy. All right, go on, keep going.
The thing about the pool table was that it folded up and you could bring it back out, and it was really easy and it was light and it was very inexpensive, which is sort of my motto for everything. You can do everything inexpensively.
Here's the weird thing. Once you were like on a show, you exchanged a certain service when your Maytag man showed up to fix your washing machine.
No.
Listen, I have to tell you, if you can get anything free with a blowjob, you do it.
No, Sadie.
Two sponsors just left the building. Okay. All right. I also wanted to sort of see if you remember this. You explained how to triple the value of a coupon. Brilliant, by the way. Once upon a time, you showed us how to get 56 White Castles for $2. We were in awe.
I do have to say there was a blowjob.
Wait, what was that?
Oh, there was a blowjob involved in that White Castle situation.
Sadie, you should really. All right, so you should really think more of yourself, Sadie.
The coupon had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I guess. Were you there, Moose?
I was.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh, he's my right-hand man. He helps me get stuff free.
Oh, jeez.
So based on all of your experience, you wrote a book called Free Shiz. Tell us about that labor of love and how it came to fruition.
Well, actually,
Wait, what's fruition mean?
Sort of how it came to reality.
Did you spell that? Did you mean to like say tuition?
It's a real word.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I'm going to
Fruition.
Google that.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm going to Google that.
Please.
All right, go ahead.
I'm having a
busy.
hot flash. Okay.
I'm busy.
The book.
The book.
Okay, well, the book came out of actually necessity. I came upon hard times and I realized not only having that Jewish chromosome, but wanting to get as much as I can for nothing, which is just I'm so proud of. And so I just realized if I was in the situation where I wanted to find things that I could get for free, other people would be too, and that's how that book came to be.
Which is
came into fruition.
Fruition. That's easier for you to say. So here's an interesting thing. So you go into a nice restaurant. You have a spiel that you give them. How do you do this? How does this work for you?
Oh, you mean when I get free stuff at a restaurant?
Absolutely.
Oh, my God. Moose and I are great at it. I mean, he and Bull, those guys really help. They're like my wingmen. They can really, really make it happen. We'll go in and we'll order something and like a drink, let's say, and they'll say, I'll ask for like cherries, but I'll ask for 5 cherries and like a whole bunch of pineapple and maybe some olives. I make a salad with that. Like, that's a whole salad. And you just
I've been with you, Sadie.
You're just getting add-ons to your drink.
Yeah.
It's a great time to introduce who you're talking about. A couple of your colleagues that were instrumental in the book. We've got Moose Tract and Bull Cy Shapiro.
We
everybody.
don't have a cow. We have a bull.
Oh, no.
Please welcome to the show Moose and Bull, everybody.
Thank you.
Hey,
Glad
thanks.
you guys are
Applause
here.
for 2 people
We're
listening.
glad to be
at
here.
home. Gentlemen, welcome to the Podgram, and tell us how long you've known Sadie. Let's start with you, my friend.
About 27 years.
I thought you were going to say 27 seconds. 27 years
Yep.
is a lifetime.
It is.
How did you guys meet?
We met at that White Castle, actually. I saw what was going down, and I wanted a piece of that. So
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And
Good move, Moose.
yeah, it was good to have a wingman in that situation.
Yeah.
Or a breast man.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and bringing in the other partner now, and tell us how you came to know Sadie.
Well, I've known Sadie since my first blowjob from her, and we also met at the White Castle. I happened to have been in the drive-thru. I wasn't really in the physical inside presence of the White Castle. I was actually outside. I'm not sure if that really counts, but I was in the drive-thru, and it was more, I don't know, full service, but outside rather than inside. So I guess Moose and I really met her at the same place, technically.
What's better, a blow pop or a blow job?
Well, I'd say the pop is really effective, and I really enjoy that part of the action.
Does anybody know how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
I only know how many licks it takes to get to the center of a penis.
You guys, it's been really fun broadcasting from Alive and Social and Studio C. We'll be next week working at the White Castle.
Yeah, for
When
sure.
you're through the drive-thru, don't forget to mention blow job.
The secret word is
The secret word.
blowjob.
You'll get some free sliders and some French fries.
All right, let's keep
And those
this.
onion chips, they're great.
Well, we're going to try to keep this a little bit on the serious side. You guys, tell us a little bit more, like, give us some incredible spots where you get some free meals, you guys. And how do you pick and choose the destination? Based on what?
I find usually when we go with Sadie and we order salads, if we bring fly jism, it works pretty well for us. They can't identify it. They think it may have come from the kitchen, but they're not really sure. And they're really confused, and they just give us our meal for free. And sometimes they even give us a coupon to come back for the next meal for free, so it's actually a twofer. I don't know. How do you feel? How do you feel about that, Moose? I don't know. What do you bring with you in your secret jar?
God help us.
Moose, is that a Twinkie in your pants, or are you just happy to see Sadie?
I'm happy to see Sadie.
All right, Sadie, let's bring you back in. Tell us, what's been the response to your book? Is your publisher pushing for a series? God
You know what?
forbid.
Actually, it's funny you should say that because they're actually talking to Netflix about, so that people can, purge on the one episode after another. And I think it could happen.
I
So-
thought you said Netflix, and so
Yeah.
I'm glad that you qualified that as Netflix. Okay, so if you had a choice to be a foodie critic or a nut goodie inspector, which do you feel would be more appealing?
Well, I have a lot more experience with being a nut goodie, inspector.
Mooses and bowls.
You guys,
right.
speaking of nut goodies, you know that Pearson Company is local, St. Paul, right?
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever traveled before and said, have you ever had a salted nut roll and people are looking at you like, what are you talking about?
Oh, seriously? Because they don't they don't know.
They don't
So
know.
local?
It's only made here. You cannot
Yeah,
get
it's
it.
not everywhere. It's crazy.
I
So
didn't realize
when I
that.
go to San Diego to visit, what do you think people are asking for? 3 things I'm going to tell you right now. Nut goodies.
Spam.
Not spam. Nut goodies.
McGolden Light.
Not McGolden Light. Not so kosher.
Salted Tootsie Rolls.
Not that. But they do want old Dutch potato chips and tater top dip. Tater top topping. Sour cream. 'Cause you
With the
can't-
chives in it?
Yes, with the chives, because you can't find that, again, anywhere outside of
Wow.
Minnesota.
Old Dutch is local. Yeah.
All right, fascinating.
Wow.
Here's one thing that I definitely want to talk about, Costco research, because we're all sort of familiar with when you go to Costco, if you're a Costco member, you can go in there and you can gorge on all of their samples. Would it be safe to say people are more interested in that versus buying 36 Lean Pockets bulk?
Well, I just have to. Well, yes, absolutely. That's an easy one. Going to cost like you don't really even have to go out to eat and pay for anything. You can go to all these places where they have the free samples. But the trick about Costco is they end their sampling at 4:00, and you know what happens is they have a lot of extra, and they have to get rid of it all. So, like if you're getting let's say a little something, they'll give you a whole one of whatever the hell it is. So you have a whole meal at the end. So you want to get there. It's a timely fashion. You get it when they're closing up because they just want to get rid of it.
Did you roll in like one of those coolers and rollers?
Oh,
or?
I bring plastic baggies, like big bag. Yeah.
Wow.
She does.
Sure.
Wow. Cool.
We went there. Tell them about when we went there, and they know us by name.
Yeah, they
Yep.
do.
They go like Moose and Sadie?
Yep.
Yo.
That's awesome.
Wow. Cool. I love
Yeah,
that.
and Moose knows everybody there. They know him. They'll give him anything.
Is there kind of like a backstory to this with like meeting the three of you, sort of like a little je ne sais quoi love triangle, or more like a triangle roast for the three of you?
It's more like a sandwich, I think, as Grant alluded to earlier, right?
He loves a sandwich, yeah.
Everyone loves a sandwich.
Sandwich.
All right, we only have time for a few more questions, so let's just get to the meat of this. If this book gets optioned for a screenplay, who would you like to see play Sadie? We're going to start with you. Who would you like to see play Sadie? Moose, tell us.
Wow. I would say, who's that singer from Hole?
Courtney.
Courtney Love, yeah.
Ooh, very nice.
Wow.
Bull, who would you like to see play Sadie?
I just imagine it being like Pamela Anderson or something, or Nicole Smith.
Right.
And Nicole Smith.
Yeah, but
Right.
isn't
Interesting.
she
Yeah,
past?
she's not.
Very
Yeah,
past.
that can't happen.
Dirt Nap.
Yeah.
Dirt nap.
That would be
Wow.
expired. She would be expired, on her
Expired.
date.
It probably has to be somebody who's alive.
You know, this is my fetish. I don't know why a bull can't have his own fetishes. Why people are always interfering with them.
You're right.
You
Sorry.
two together would be Bull Schnitzengiggle. You know that. It would be very cute.
Bull Schnitzengiggle.
Sadie, who would you like to see play Bull on screen?
Wow. Wow, that's so tough.
I can see why.
I'm trying really hard to come up with it. Dead Air. That's not really good.
I'd say Bruce Willis for sure.
Oh God, yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Bruce
yeah.
Willis, good call.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
I would have Adam Sandler play Moose.
Perfect. All right, Sadie, if you
Nice
could have your own
combination.
reality TV show, what would the premise be? What would be a good show for you?
It would be about people who are dating, but they date more than one person and they all know it. Because then they see how that all
Isn't that called a religion? Mormons?
Yeah, no, because that would be great. Because that's a dynamic that a lot of people aren't involved in. So it would be fun to watch that.
They have kids with all of
How
them
do
too. though.
how do you feel about that movie?
That sounds like a great show.
Right.
I would watch that.
Right?
I'd like
I
to
think
watch
he's
it.
just happy to be here. Look at him. He's a cute fella, happy to be on the mic.
Can we watch it through the White Castle drive-thru?
Yeah, that's great. Yes.
I heard it's very entertaining, especially there.
Yes.
All right, tell us what's next for this trio. Sadie, what's next? What's not? Tell us what's on tap.
Well, we're thinking about another book. We just can't. We write books. That's what we do.
Well, I heard there's rumors about a new play. I heard there's a new play in order, and it's called "There's No Such Thing as a Free Lunch," which is pretty funny. But we assume that's just the humor behind this play. Who's writing this, and when can we expect it to be performed at the Guthrie?
Oh, Bull. He's got it all going on. Why don't you tell him about that, Bull?
About that bull?
No, about our.
No, you're Bull. Tell them about it.
Stage play.
The stage play.
Yep,
the
no
Guthrie.
free lunch.
No free lunch. That's a good one. I don't really have an answer to that right now.
Moose, do you
I
have an
bet
answer?
Cecil's isn't involved.
I have a new game
I think
called
Moose has
Lincoln
an,
Lincoln
Moose has
Dell.
an answer.
There is a free breakfast, though.
Where?
Well, Sadie opened the door to this when she showed me you can go to hotels that have the continental breakfast. They don't know who's staying there.
Awesome.
And so,
Oh my gosh.
So you go in there, you grab that USA Today, and you just blend in.
Oh my God. That is
Love it.
fabulous.
We've done that.
Yes.
Wow.
We have done that. And you know
Right
what
by-
else?
right by-
I come with a pretty big backpack, too. You throw all that fresh fruit right in there, and you're good
It
to
gets
go.
a little embarrassing, but
Yeah. The little cereal boxes, you throw them right in your bag. You got a breakfast for
oh
a
yeah, yep.
couple of weeks.
Guys, great stuff. Thank you so much for being here. We would love for you to stay here and play another game segment later, if that would be okay.
Yep.
Sure.
We'd like to thank you for coming on to discuss your book.
Sounds good.
And we have one free book to give to the entire audience for the first person who texts us at 651-398-7778. You guys, Sadie, Moose, and Bull, not to be confused with Bullwinkle and Moose. Big hand for everybody.
Hey, thanks. Thank
Yes.
you, guys.
Becca, back to you, sweetheart.
Okay, so I've got a little game going on with, we're going to include some, everybody's included tonight. What? We need to do a break. Yeah. Oh, goodness me. Just a moment as we break for a moment.
You guys, you are listening to Not So Kosher on the Alive and Social Network. We are on Spreaker, and we wanted to talk about another really cool podcast called The Great Northern Sex Cast. Dear God. Longtime radio personality and producer Kelly Guest and pal, CEO of Fantasy Gifts, Colleen Bertino, present The Great Northern Sex Cast. This show talks about all things sex. So grab your headphones and grab something else and learn everything you've always wanted to know about sex and intimacy, but we're always afraid to ask. Right? To hear the latest episode or catch up on all what you've missed, tune in to aliveandsocial.com and check out The Great Northern Sex Cast. And now back to Not So Kosher. Thank you.
Big Daddy. Yeah. So I'm back here. Next time, Nina. Okay. So I got Jeopardy that we're gonna play. So what I have here, ladies and gentlemen, is I have your little sheet and you have to pick. We're not gonna finish this game because it's too long. But we're going to get started here. So I have letters, vocab, holidays, plagues, and Passover. So let's start with Sadie. Let's do a team of Sadie and Moose. And you guys pick what you want. You get, the...
Plagues for 300?
Yeah, plagues for 300.
No.
Okay. All right. So the number of plague of... the number of the plague of darkness.
4?
4. It is 9. You do not get a point, but that's all right. Next one. Bobby, you and Grant are on a team. What are you going to pick? Letters, vocab, holidays, plagues, or Passover?
Letters for 200, Alex.
Letters for 200? Okay, that would be name a letter that is or can be silent.
Hopa.
Well, that would be Aleph or Yad or Ayim, whatever. No, Yid's us.
Oh.
Okay, next one. Let's give Bull. Bull, it's your turn, Bull. Everybody's there. We got 0 to 0 and 0 now. We got letters, vocab, holidays, plagues, and Passover.
Vocab for 400, please.
Vocab for 400. The word that means bride. You can do it.
The word that means bride.
You can do it.
Money?
Money.
That's at White Castle.
It rhymes with challah.
Fagala?
Kala. Okay, one more round. Sadie and Moose. We got letters, vocab, holidays, plagues, and Passover.
Vocab for 100.
Vocab for 100? Okay. We can be trying to that was funny. Okay. What tapuach means?
Go ahead, Sadie.
Tapuach is when you you eat something. You take a bite.
A bite of a
cookie.
Rhymes with Snapple.
An apple.
It's also
my God.
It's also on Rosh Hashanah
You
when they
got
blow the
one.
shofar.
Way to go. Way to go, Sadie.
Yeah, you got one. Congratulations.
Nice job.
Can we get a real Jew around here? What's going on here?
Okay, Bobby and Grant, we got letters,
for
vocab,
100,
holidays,
and we missed
plagues,
it.
and Passover.
We would like holidays for 400.
Ooh,
please.
your stakes are high. The Festival of Booth celebrates the harvest.
Sukkah, mother.
You got it. You got
Nice.
it. You got it.
That
Better
was
Jewish
easy.
half right there.
Oh my gosh, that was 400, man. You're rocking. One more.
Moose
we got
would have known that one.
I would
Moose.
have.
We got letters, vocab, holidays, plagues, and Passover.
I'll take holidays for 500, please.
5.
You're good at that. Means joy of teaching.
Foreplay?
What is Simchas Torah? Okay, we will finish up this game next week. We've got Team 1's got 100, Team 2's got 400. But now we need to get, excuse me, we need to get ourselves to a little bit of our juicy news. One of the things that I wanted to just chit-chat about this week, one of my favorite things that was the world news, it's kind of United States news, was, did you see Governor Christie on the subway?
I did.
That was fabulous.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Did you see the little pictures of him too?
I
you know,
did.
like, you almost felt sorry for him. Did you see it? Did you see it, Moose?
I have no.
No? Oh,
no
gosh, it was
television.
so funny. It was fabulous. And in the local community here, we have the Twin Cities Film Festival is still running through this weekend. And we have the Twin City Jewish Film Festival is running also through Sunday with the last movie of Jerusalem. To this Saturday night, yes, Halloween, I, Sexy Bexy, along with some others, will be in the fashion show with Marina's Fabulous Clothes after you watch the documentary of Iris, my favorite. So excited. Make sure you check all the for all the information at notsokosher.net. We have the Temple of Aaron fundraiser this Sunday, November 1st, 5:30. Starts with the VIP cocktails. We got performance of Richard Lewis honoring Wendy Goodman. Check out the website for that information. Twin City, we already got Twin Cities Film Festival, but I did want to give a little holla out to my friend, my friend's lovely daughter, Shelby Dillon, presented her first short film tonight, which I had to miss because of this fabulous show. We got bytherivers.org open house November 15th in the old Edith Bush Theater. We have a series that started last night at Beth Jacob, Angles on Israel. Check out notsokosher.net for all the information that you need. I will have everything on there for you. Let's move on to kosher, not so
Okay,
kosher,
love
Bobby.
it. First of all, I just want to give a mad shout out to that music. It's almost like the Jerry Lewis telethon. That music,
It
right?
is,
Do you guys
kinda.
remember that? Yeah.
But I felt like I was dancing and
It was
kicking
really
in the air a little bit.
kind of swanky.
Yeah,
You guys
definitely.
get
Does
ready
he
for
still
it.
do that?
He does
What?
not.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Is he
Bobby,
alive?
baby, that's not.
No, he does not.
Yeah.
But I mean, you guys, I'm sure you all have memories.
I met him.
You met Jerry Lewis?
Yeah.
That would be iconic. That would be like one of the
Twice.
That's one of the that would be cool. For sure.
Not
Good for
No.
you.
At the White
in a
Castle.
drive-thru?
Yeah, the White Castle.
You guys, now we're going to go on to one of our favorite segments. Everyone loves this bit. It's a crowd favorite, so please play along with us at home. Do text us if you think you know. This is kosher or not so kosher, everybody. Wait, Awesome. So here's what I'm going to do to the panel. I'm going to throw out something, and I want us to debate on it, sort of like the GOP debate last night, which was really fun. Everybody has an opinion because, of course, everybody knows we're sort of an opinionated people. So we're just going to go around and we're going to throw something out. We're going to say if it's kosher or not so kosher. So let's talk about the very first item up for debate. At the state fair, corn on the cob, everybody. Sadie, what do you think? Kosher or not so kosher?
Kosher.
And why?
I just feel like it feels like it would be something that Jewish people would like.
Okay, very good. Moose?
Not kosher. Too healthy for the state fair.
Bexy, corn on the cob at the state fair.
I think very kosher. It's a little buttery, though, but it's okay.
Okay. Bull?
I say uncircumcised.
I don't know if that was a...
That was not the question. Pay attention.
That's fine. No, we're
Yeah,
going to move
Bobby's moving on.
I was like, question here.
Oh, I say slippery when wet.
Awesome. Awesome. We're going to move on to number 2, which would be Cracker Jacks at a baseball game. Panel, Cracker Jacks at a baseball game. Kosher or not so kosher?
Unkosher.
Why?
It just seems so un-Jewish.
I think it's
Bex?
kosher.
I think
it's kosher.
think
Especially the ones with the bacon bits in them.
It's awesome.
I
Right?
like those.
For sure.
No. They're fake bacon, so it's okay.
It's just so too goisha.
You think? All right, okay.
All right, Bull?
If there's a free prize involved, it's got to be kosher.
You guys remember?
That's
I was
true.
going with the prize.
Exactly.
That's
and you guys
right.
remember when the prizes sort of sucked at the end of their...
Yes.
Right.
Wait,
Yeah.
you can't get Cracker Jacks anymore?
You can, but now it's just like a silly tattoo.
Tattoo.
Yeah, you gotta
That's
dig.
right.
Are you
and
French
Jews,
now?
Jews
Tattoo?
cannot have tattoos,
I
by the way,
tat.
so it's unkosher.
I tat it.
good point.
I rub it down
It's
here.
not carjacking.
Oh,
All right, we're going to move on to the Emmy award-winning show, everybody. Law and Order. Sadie, not so kosher or kosher?
Unkosher. They never said a prayer on that show.
Good point. Bull?
I'm going with that. Not kosher. She's right.
Bex.
totally kosher. Sorry, love the show.
Adam Sandler?
I'm saying unkosher. I never seen the lawyers collect their fees.
I'm just digging the theme music. Everybody give it up for Grant on that. That was a great call.
Yeah.
Love it.
Excellent.
Okay, we're going to move on to Frosty the Snowman. Kosher or not so kosher?
Oh, unkosher.
Oh, unkosher.
I've never seen a snowman with a tallis ever.
And 3 balls, too, by the way.
Right.
Yep, that's true.
Not kosher. No.
I think I clearly go with Sadie that it's kind of like what you dress him up with that makes him kosher, not kosher. I think if he's just 2 balls, he's clearly kosher because he's short with 2 balls.
I love it.
Right?
How about you, sir?
I'm saying kosher.
Okay, good. Good for you. How about the Golden Globe Awards?
Wait, I just have to
Oh,
say
yes.
that the reason Bull thinks that it's kosher is probably because there's free things to eat on there. I'm surprised Sadie wouldn't think that too.
All right, you go by. You pull that carrot right off.
I like it because you can do the snowman from behind and it melts and nobody knows. Kosher.
I wish there was a camera on me.
Poor Bobby.
I would be on my own
I
website
just
called
turned to a
mortified.com.
pillar of salt.
Polar assault. Watch
Shocking
out, Frosty. Here comes Bull.
All right, let's move this along, everybody. Star-Kissed tuna with Ritz crackers.
Oh no, Goisha, not
You were
kosher,
so
nothing.
you didn't want to mess around with that one. You were
No,
quick.
that one was. You didn't even have to finish.
Yeah.
All right, Bull.
I wish I could find someone who let me kiss their star, but I'm going to say unkosher.
Moose.
I'm going to say kosher.
And tell us why.
I don't know. I think you could just
Cheap meal?
Yeah, you can.
Cheap meal.
You can stretch it out a bit. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna go on to the next one, which would be Fox News. Bex, Fox News.
I'd say no. Well, I'd say it is because it's on Channel 9 here, and 9's a kosher.
Like Fox News, like CNN, and then Fox.
Fox.
Super
Well,
conservative.
Fox is a Jewish name, so I'd go with it being kosher.
Awesome, because Megyn Kelly, for sure, when you think about a kosher chick, Megyn Kelly, one of the anchor. Okay.
Okay, yeah. I don't watch that channel.
Fox News, everybody, not so kosher. Right?
Yeah, okay. Sure, whatever you want.
All right, how about this one? Pizza for breakfast.
If it's punch.
Good call.
Oh God, kosher.
Kosher, sure.
Oh, has to be kosher, ultimate.
How about this one? Nachos at a neighbor's for apps.
Oh, boy. Not so kosher.
Not kosher.
No.
No.
Nachos,
Oh, and
nachos.
he's not Jewish. So
Okay.
At a
Yep,
neighbor's.
we got it.
And here's my last one, because I think we're getting out of time quickly. A glass
are.
of milk with a salami sandwich.
Oh well, that would be
Oh,
not kosher.
That'd be Grant. He's loving it.
kosher.
It's a sandwich.
Moist over here. That's
Yeah, I'm
awesome.
moist.
Yeah.
Just say sandwich,
That does
Grant.
sound good.
It's crazy.
You're like a Duncan Hines cake. You're so moist right now.
Sandwich.
Little Debbie.
You guys, thank you so much. That will conclude tonight's Kosher or Not So Kosher. And now we're going to throw it to Bex real quick.
Well, I'm extremely honored to let everybody know that next week we will have a fabulous taping of Adam Levy as our guest. We will be so excited to talk to him about his new album, Nobbin Way, and share his experience of surviving the suicide of his son. Though he will be talking at and probably doing a little music there November 8th at St. Paul JCC for the Twin City Jewish Community Conference on Mental Health. Check the notsokosher.net website for the information to that. You can always email Bexy and Bobby at gmail.com. Check us out on Facebook. Don't forget to check all our shit out. And don't forget to always do a little Twitter business to us. Lila Tov, everyone.
Guys, we are on Alive and Social. We are Not So Kosher. We have one more quick podcast we want to talk to you about. It is a really cool guy. This is someone that you should check out weekly. He's kind of hip. He's got all sorts of things on lifestyle and all kinds of cool shit. His name is
Ross Swaybeck. It's the Good Podcast on Alive and Social. He is a funny guy.
Love him.
Love him. He's got a great sense of humor, and he's got a good zest on life. So check it out, Alive and Social Network. Ross Swaybeck, the Good Podcast.
Love you, Ross.
You guys, that's it. Thank you so much, our listening, viewing, and pleasurable audience. You potties are so great. You keep us going every week. Thank you so much for listening to us on Spreaker and Alive and Social. We're so pleased to bring you some joy. Thank you so much. We're looking forward to coming back next week. Like Becca said, we've got a lot of things going on. Big thanks to our guest tonight, Miss Sadie Schnitzengiggles and her posse, Moose and Bulls. Big props to our brilliant engineer, Mr. Grant Winkstern. And last but not least, the bee's knees, my pod partner, Bexy, everybody.
Again, Lila Tove.
I'm Pod Bobby, and we are Not So Kosher. Good night, everybody. Lila Tove. Break it out.
You my big daddy.
What a pansy.